Welcome to William Jessup University. My name is John Jackson and I'm the president here. And we wish you were here physically, but we know that our world is in a time of disruption. We hope you're safe. We're praying for you. But instead of just giving up, instead of just throwing our hands up, what we said was, we still want to meet you. Jessup is a caring and loving community. People connect here at Jessup in amazing ways. So today we want to give you a virtual experience of William Jessup University. You're going to meet some amazing people. The heart of Jessup is full of compassion. It's experienced and gifted people who want to love and serve you. When you come to William Jessup University, we promise you a couple things. First of all, you're going to thrive spiritually. Your faith is going to be built up, not torn down. Second of all, you're going to master the foundational disciplines. You'll learn to read, to write, to think, and to speak well. That'll serve you for the rest of your life. And then thirdly, you will be exceptionally employable. When you leave William Jessup University, your season of learning will be followed by a lifetime of earning. We're preparing you not just for your first job, but for every job that you'll have for the rest of your life. Here at William Jessup University, our hands are up, but we're not surrendering. Our hands are up in praise. We are giving praise to God, and we're giving praise to you. Even in the midst of these difficult hours, it is the heart of Jessup to love you, to love our world, and to demonstrate our love for God by doing that. Welcome to William Jessup University.
Wow,
Thank you,
Asia, thank you
Asia.
so much for doing that. That was really, man, I just got chills. Did you get chills?
A little bit, yeah, I did.
Whatever. What's up, Future Warriors? We are
Hello.
so excited that you're able to join us today for this virtual preview day experience. Now, I'm going to be one of your student hosts. My name is Hector Hernandez. I am a sophomore student here. I am a business major with a management concentration. And standing 6 feet away from me is my co-host, Alyssa.
6 feet.
How you doing over there?
I'm doing good on the side of the tape measure.
Yeah.
Hi guys, my name's Alyssa. I'm a freshman here and I'm majoring in digital communication and design. And we're so excited to have you guys here with us today.
Yeah, we want you to know that we are doing our best to follow all of the CDC guidelines here to keep Jessup safe.
Yes. And while we cannot be in person with you guys, we're so blessed to have this amazing technology and do it live with you guys. We're really praying for your families, for their health, their safety, and for all the financial problems that are occurring because of this. But we're so glad to have you guys here with us today, and we can't wait to show you what Jessup is like.
Yeah, and you might be asking yourself, okay, what does this live stream look like? And I really do appreciate this technology because we can use this platform to really reach out to you, connect to you, and just show you all about Jessup. Now, throughout this live stream, please feel free to ask us any questions and we will do the best we can to answer them because we want to hear from you. So fire away. Now, what are we going to be doing today? First, we're going to go on a live campus tour. We want to show you what it's like on campus. Now, even though there aren't any classes in person happening right now, it is a beautiful campus and we did not want to deprive you of that. Following that, we're going to meet with our Dean of Students, Dave Heitman, for questions you should ask student life but never do. After that, we have some amazing admissions counselors that are going to help you navigate the next steps in coming into Jessup. Following that, we have some student interviews that are going to talk about their experiences and what it's like to be a warrior. And to close off our preview day experience, we're going to talk about the community, the opportunity, and affordability that is at the heart of Jessup.
Yes, so I'm sure you guys have seen all the posts about that first year of tuition giveaway and possibly when the on-ground preview day is going to happen. Well, for the on-ground, we can't, say a specific date because of the whole coronavirus thing, but hopefully soon. And here we have Jared and Maddie from admissions to tell you a little bit more about that giveaway.
What's up, guys? Jared Weitrup here. I am our Assistant Director of Admissions at Jessup.
And my name is Madeline Gooch, and I am one of our admissions counselors here. We're so excited that you are joining us today, and hopefully, the entire admissions staff can answer any questions that you guys have. But first, we kind of want to talk about what the last 2 weeks have been like for us. It's been a crazy time with things getting shut down and all this quarantine stuff. I know I've been snacking a lot.
Yes,
I don't know about you.
I'm working on that. What? Like they used to talk about the freshman 15. Now it's
Right.
the quarantine 15. I'm working on it really hard
Yes.
right now, so a lot of snacking.
Yes, definitely. And I know there's this whole push-up challenge thing going on Instagram. I tried them yesterday. My husband, he's watching this. He can verify it's not going well. No, it's not.
I didn't do them before, and a quarantine's not going to make me do them now. So you guys are probably wondering, is admissions still open? Well, we're here on campus. We are open in a sense. We are still available to you guys. We're working. A lot of us are working remotely, but we want to connect with you guys. So if you want to talk on the phone, if you want to email us, text us, if you want to set up a Google Hangouts, we love to do that. FaceTime, whatever it is, we're still here for you. We're aiming for fall 2020. We're excited. And as you guys probably know, as you can see with us being on camera, that our live in-person preview day that was supposed to be today, along with our first year on us giveaway, have been postponed. We have all intents to continue to do this and to reschedule this, but it will be at a time hopefully in the not so distant future. Yeah. So thank you for joining us today. We're going to throw it back to Hector and Alyssa. Guys, take it away.
Yes, so we have our first Q&A stop. So let's see what you guys have been asking us. First question, is this pre-recorded, Hector?
No, this is happening live right now.
We
Okay.
are right here with you guys,
it is,
real time.
I'm not sure what time it is right now, but this is happening real time.
Yes.
Next question is, are there people watching this on campus as well as online?
Yes, there are. So this is a living place. We do have some residents that are still here. So I'm sure they're watching in their dorms.
Yes.
And online. All of you guys are online with us right now too. So
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my roommate, Jordan. Thank you for watching and supporting me. Our last question actually is, can we view this video later?
yes, good question. You can view this video later. It'll be up on this site, jessup.edu/preview day. And so you guys can go back. If you saw something you liked, you want to watch the tour again, you can watch it right there. There's also some other links that will lead you to those tours and all that extra information on this site. So, good question.
Yeah. Now we want to share some student stories, and they're going to talk about what community means to them and what it's like here at Jessup. So let's hear what they have to say.
Who has changed your life here at Jessup?
Definitely professors, whether it be people like Derek Martin in the theater program, Ben Burchett, or Cameron Wilson in the English department. We're both kind of models of who I'd like to be eventually as an English professor, hopefully one day.
I would say Tom Rusica. He's the head of the music department, and he's just poured into my life in a bunch of different ways since I've been here, and just really helped me to grow as a musician and a person.
I would definitely say my friends and my professors especially, because they truly give you that like one-on-one attention that you don't necessarily get at many other schools.
The people who have changed my life here at Jessup would have to be the mentors I have met over the years since being here, and definitely the friendships I have created over the years, and I feel like I will have for the rest of my life.
How did you feel when you first stepped on the Jessup campus?
At first I felt a little intimidated just because college is the next step of my life, and it was really different from high school and experiences I've had before. But once I really saw the community here at Jessup and got to talking to my financial advisor and faculty, I really felt comfortable and that Jessup was the right place for me.
The moment I stepped foot on Jessup's campus, I felt at home and like I could be part of this family and this community, and I knew immediately that this was the place I was going to meet my lifelong friends and really grow into who I am.
Well, so I came a week late into school, and just automatically as soon as I stepped foot, I felt so welcomed and just so loved by all the people, even though I hadn't even met them yet. It was just such an amazing experience to feel.
I first came to Jessup when I was a junior in high school. I came on a campus tour with my mom, and I really liked how artistic it looks here. There's a lot of bright, vibrant colors. The architecture is really futuristic, and because I came from an art academy, it just really appealed to my passion.
We loved what our friends had to say about community. Hector, what do you think community is like here?
Yeah, so with me, I went to the same school my entire life. It was K through 12, and it was a really small school. And what I really liked about it is that it was like a family. You know, we all knew each other, we would go to classes, and it was just so much fun doing that. And then in my first year of college, I actually went to a community college, and it was not at all what I expected. I felt like I got lost in a sea of students. I was just another number. My professor never even bothered to learn my name. It was just a really tough first year of college. And then when I came to Jessup, I came on a preview day actually, and I took a campus tour. I sat in a classroom, and I thought, there's something different about this atmosphere. And I couldn't put my finger on it, but it was like, nobody would ever feel invisible. Nobody ever felt left out. I really felt like people acknowledged me and were glad that I was there. My favorite part about that whole time at preview day was sitting in on a classroom setting and just seeing how intentional the professors were with their students about their success and their lives and their goals. It just to see that unfold just meant the world to me. What about you? Anything you want to add on?
I can agree definitely with the professor part. The professors here really want to get to know you one-on-one. I know my professor, Paul Robbins, we have storytelling. In our storytelling class, we have movie nights at his house all the time, and he makes us snacks, and it's really fun, and we get to know his wife, and
Wait, you guys have movie nights?
We do have movie nights, and food, and snacks.
Wow.
And he makes them, and it's really good.
It's not a competition, but whatever. Okay. Moving on.
Next, we have Dave Heitman, our Dean of Students, and he's here to tell you, or to answer 3 things students should but never does ask student life.
Oh. Thanks, Hector. Thanks, Alyssa, for the speak. My name is Dave. I get the pleasure of serving here at Jessup as the Dean of Students. And in terms of what does a director of student life or a dean of students do, we get to do all of the fun things. We get to oversee your student experience. In fact, I had the pleasure of leading a team of professionals that will begin with your very orientation. Once you're accepted, we begin to help you connect to the Jessup community that you've heard so much about, and then walk you through what that looks like for your next 4 years. Activities, intramurals, a giant game of humans versus zombies, tag, lots of things going on here. We also have about half of our students that live on campus, campus ministries, a number of events going on, chapel and local and global outreaches, and student care. So we are caring for our students and providing all of those services. So you can find out more about those things in our student handbook, which I also get to oversee as the Dean of Students. All right, next question. How do I get the most out of my Jessup experience? Well, like anything else in life, you get out of it what you put into it. And I think at Jessup, this place is big enough for quality. There are so many different things going on, clubs and organizations, academics, athletics, fun things to do in the local community. My recommendation would be to get the most out of it by investing the most of yourself into it. Get plugged in. Know that God's been preparing you for this time, and He's going to prepare you here for what He has next. So I'm really, really excited for you to be able to come and experience some of this stuff here at Jessup. All right, biggest piece of advice, it would be just that. Get plugged in. Go for it. This is your time. You've worked so hard to be able to come to college. Don't waste it, and don't look back and with any regrets. Jessup is a place where you can get plugged in, get involved, and go out from this place knowing that you're not only academically prepared, but you're prepared for life. So we're praying for you, and we're excited to meet you.
All right, thank you so much, Dave. Yeah, I think we're good. We just want to thank you. I know these last couple of weeks have been really crazy for you, but we do appreciate you for all that you've been doing for us.
Well, you're most welcome, and it's nice to see students live and not just on a screen. Everything right now is on the screen, but it's nice to know that our students are out there. So we're praying for you guys. Hang in there.
All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and send this over to our admissions counselors right now.
Hey guys, welcome back. So like they were saying, Dave, Hyman, Hector, Alyssa, obviously community is a big aspect here at Jessup, and it's a large piece of your experience because yes, you go to college for a degree and obviously a career after that, but you also go to college because you want to meet people, right? I didn't technically meet my wife here, but we both went to Jessup and you know, we got married while she was still at Jessup, and you know, it's something that is a really integral part of your experience, and it's something that we take very seriously here at Jessup and is important to us.
Yeah, definitely. And I can, you know, I was a student here as well, and I can definitely vouch to what you're saying. I, you know, met some of my best friends, some of the girls that stood next to me at my wedding I met here. So it's a really cool place to meet some lifelong friends. But we do have a question coming in from Amanda. Amanda wants to know, can you go to Jessup right out of high school? The answer is...
That's a great question. You actually need a PhD before you... I'm just kidding.
That's
Obviously,
wrong.
yes,
That's
you can
not
come
right.
straight to Jessup right out of high school. We have first-time freshmen that have just graduated in the summer, start in the fall. And then we also have transfer students as well. Transfers from community colleges, other colleges, or universities throughout the nation. They are definitely welcome. Absolutely. But yeah, you can come as a first-time freshman, definitely.
Yeah, and we also want to know, you know, can you apply for a spring semester start here at Jessup?
Yes, so we have two different start times for Jessup, a spring semester and a fall semester. Obviously, the fall semester, that's the big shebang. That's where everything happens, all the fun events. The spring semester, we do have students that enter. It's about a third the size of the class, but yes, you can definitely do it. If that's when the units match up for you, by all means, join us.
Yeah, you can come in anytime. We totally will accept you anytime. So don't feel like you have to stay at a school you don't love, or you don't, you know, you have to take a gap year. Anytime you want to come, you are welcome. But Jared, I kind of want to ask you, you know, why do you think, you know, community is so important to a student's college experience?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, full transparency, I'm an introvert. It's that typically, I think in society's eyes, means I hate people and I hate communication and relationships. But Jessup will pull you in kicking and screaming, and I promise that's a good thing. When I was here, and it's been a while since I've been here, I had a community here that I maintain to this day. Like I mentioned, I met my wife here, and we have just been able to make friends on this campus, off this campus, the people connected to Jessup in all walks of life, whether it's professors. We invited professors to our wedding. You're not going to find that at other colleges. It's that community aspect. But I would say that it's the most important thing, because your relationships will get you through the hard times of your life, and college is kind of a difficult time of your life.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Finals are hard. Studying's
they
hard.
are.
But for those of you who are planning to live on campus, I bet you're probably thinking, like, what's residence life like? You know, what kind of things do we have for you? Part of my job is to brag about the university, so I would be remiss if I didn't say this, but our dorms are actually ranked number 7 in the state by Niche Online. If you don't know what that is, just ask your mom and she'll explain it to you. But basically what that means is we have super cool dorms. They're very updated, they're large, and it's a great experience to see them. You'll actually see one in our campus tour later. But it's a great place. You'll meet one of your best friends who's your roommate, and you know it's a great place to live. And I also have to brag about our cafeteria, which is ranked number 5 in California by Niche Online. We have pretty bomb food here. I think as a staff member, I eat here way more than I should, to the point where they think I'm a student here. I mean, I also look like I'm 14, but you know, whatever. I eat here so much.
No comment on that one. But yes, I love the cafeteria too. I'm one of those students that was here for 3 years, I want to say, before it opened. And then it opened my last year, and it went from like low quality high school food to like the most amazing food I've ever had.
Yeah.
I felt a little shortchanged. So
sure.
I'm making up for it now by going like on a weekly basis. So,
absolutely.
But overall, community is a huge aspect here. It is not limited to campus, but campus is a huge part of it. So what we tell students, whether you're living on or off, get connected with the community. It's going to be the best decision that you have ever made. But that's enough of community for us. We want to show you what Jessup looks like. So we're going to have Maddie here take you on a quick tour, but we're going to shoot it back to our hosts first. Hector, Alyssa, take it away.
So, are you ready for a tour?
I'm ready for a tour.
Are you
guys?
ready?
I'm
yes,
ready.
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
You guys ready?
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let's go on a tour.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the virtual tour portion of our virtual preview day. It's Madeline here. You're probably so sick of seeing me, but you better get used to it, because I'm gonna be on your screen a lot today. And by a lot, I really do mean a lot. You're gonna see a lot of me. But right now is the time where you get to see a little bit of me, but you get to see our campus. You know, with this whole quarantine, social distancing thing, we wanted to make sure that you guys were still able to see our campus. So we decided that because you couldn't come to campus, we would just bring campus to you. So I'm gonna go show you some of my favorite spots on campus, and let's go do it. Okay guys, we are here at our first stop on our virtual tour. I am currently in the Village. This is where all of our residence halls are. So we've got these colorful, wacky buildings over here. These are our freshman residence halls. And then in the back there, we do have our upperclassmen residence halls. But I bet you're wondering, what does a residence hall actually look like? Well, let's go check one out for you. Okay, you guys, so I am in the middle of a freshman dorm room. This is what it looks like. Here at Jessup, you get to room with one person who will eventually become your best friend, which we all know that's why you come to college, right? Just kidding, you came for the education, but friends are important. So this is what a dorm room looks like. Jessup provides the furniture. You guys get to provide the decorations. So for my girls, you can make it all cutesy and girly like this. And for my boys, you can do whatever boys do, okay? Let's head on over to our next destination. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to point out one other area on campus. This is our apartment complex for our upperclassmen. So once you're an upperclassman, you can live on over there, okay? Okay, you guys, here I am outside of our Warrior Arena. This is where all of our athletic events are held. There's a lot of hype going on in there, so let's hear what it's all about. Okay, you guys, here I am outside of our dining halls at Jessup. What we've got here on my right is our shack. This is our full functioning coffee shop, so everything you'd find in a Starbucks and more you can get there. Over to my left here is our Crossroads Cafe. This is our 5-star farm to fork, organic if you're into that type of thing, cafe. So let's head on in there and see what kind of delicious grub they got cooking up. Okay, you guys, here we are in our academic courtyard. So this is where most of your classrooms are if you're a student here at Jessup. But there is one classroom that's a little bit cooler than all the rest. Let me go show you it. Okay, you guys, that brings us to the end of the tour. That was a huge walk for me, but gladly you didn't even break a sweat. I realized how out of shape I was by doing that, but hopefully that didn't happen to you because you probably had an easier time with it than I did. Well, now it's time to jump back in with our hosts and see what's going on with them. So let's go check out what's going on with them. Thanks for joining us today, you guys.
So now we're back for another Q&A stop. So our next question, our first question of this stop is, what types of clubs and groups are there? Hector.
Okay, yeah, I can answer that one. One thing I really appreciate about Jessup is such a large variety of clubs here. So they can go along with your major, like business, liberal arts, history, writing. And alongside that, there are a lot of great spiritual formation groups that can kind of, in other words, they're like life groups almost. And you can kind of connect with your friends and people on campus on a more personal level. And that's my experience with clubs and orgs. Our next question is it realistic to work or have an internship and still go to school?
Yes, it is very possible. A lot of the students here have on-campus jobs, which is so convenient because you just walk to work. And a lot of your bosses, they will work with your schedule, with your class schedule. So no need to worry there. It's possible. Hector and I, we both have on-campus job stuff that we'll get into a little bit later. But
well, I mean, mine's an internship, so I'm only here in my second semester, and to be a part of student leadership, again, I love the flexibility that your, I guess, supervisor knows, because we're students, we have homework, we have responsibilities, and that's just my favorite part about it, at least.
So I know we have 2 more questions from our admissions counselors, and Jared and Maddie are going to answer that.
Yeah.
We actually have 3 questions, but that's okay.
They just keep coming in as we go.
Keep asking.
So, okay, question number 1, how many students are at Jessup? This is a little bit of a complicated question. We have about 1,000 traditional undergraduate on-campus students, and what that means is students that are just coming to class on campus for a bachelor's degree program, not necessarily living on campus. About 60% of those live on campus.
Yeah.
Next question, can I live on campus with a service dog? Okay, so service animals are welcome. I do believe you have to apply for that through the Student Life office, but yes, the answer is yes. As far as regular pets go, because I know someone's gonna ask about that, no, you can't just bring your dog because he's cool and knows how to fetch. I think a fish is the only thing that you can technically have as far as like an actual pet on campus. So last question, is there cheer or stunt? Yes, there is. We have a brand new stunt program. Shout out Coach Alexis. It's going to be awesome. We're super excited for it. We are under the governing body of NAIA for athletics. We have a bunch of different sports, super competitive, nationally ranked. They are awesome, but yes, we do. So, all right, guys, back to the student hosts.
Yeah, so we also interviewed some students about their experiences with opportunities presented at Jessup, and here's what they had to say.
How do you feel Jessup has prepared you for post-graduation life?
Jessup has definitely prepared me for life after graduation. They've had a variety of workshops, job fairs, and then my professors have also pointed me towards internships that I can pursue in the future.
It's like a theater program, both in acting as well as helping out behind the scenes, whether it be concessions or pre-show, things like that are good training really for post-graduation work.
I feel like Jessup has made me more well-rounded as a person. So even though I might have studied music for my major, I've taken other gen ed classes and Bible classes, and so I'm not just going out like only knowing music. I've also studied lots of other areas.
I'm a science major, and so they have definitely prepared us with a lot of hands-on learning, which has just been absolutely great, and it has enhanced my learning even more than I could ever imagine.
What opportunities has Jessup given you so far to set you up for that success?
Jessup has given me many opportunities. One of them being a student ambassador this year. I've really grown in my professionalism and my experience of interacting with other students.
Whether that be through an internship my junior year or being a student staff in our admissions office starting my sophomore year or becoming full-time staff my senior year, Jessup has really given me many opportunities to explore my career and explore what it's like to be in the professional world.
So within the music department, there's a lot of performance opportunities. A lot of the classes that I'm taking require me to perform a whole bunch, and my concentration is performance. So that has really helped me to just practice not just music, but performing and just getting better at that and getting comfortable in it.
So thus far, I've been able to attend our Jessup Gala, be a part of Scholars event. I've also been able to be a volunteer for the President's Circle. I've been able to speak with sponsors and those who own businesses, and I've been able to be prepared because of my internships and the jobs I have here. I know how to speak professionally and communicate, and I feel like it's extremely helpful to know how to conduct yourself, and it definitely sets you up for success if you know how to communicate with those that can bring up great opportunities.
College is consistently about exploring your passions. How has Jessup given you an opportunity to grow in these in your education?
Yeah, so within the music department, we have lots of cool opportunities like going on tour and going to Skywalker Ranch to record, and that's just been a crazy experience for me, just to be in a world-class recording studio.
I've had a variety of classes that I've taken that have really broadened my knowledge of art and design, which I hope to pursue in the future.
Jessup has given me many opportunities to explore my passion through my classes, where they teach about different leadership styles and have really given me a wider viewpoint of what it's like to be a leader and how you can lead successfully, or giving me opportunities to serve globally and be a leader among different cultures and learning how being a leader in the world really looks like.
One of my passions is helping people, and this last summer I got to go on a missions trip to Eastern Europe, and we got to work with kids in an orphanage and help them out, and it was just so amazing, and that opportunity would have never come up if I hadn't had attended here at Jessup.
Now we're going to talk about opportunity in our lives here at Jessup.
Yeah, with me, I really appreciate all the leadership opportunities that we have here at Jessup. So we have like campus ministries, student care, Joe team.
What's Joe team have to do?
So Joe is the Jessup Orientation and Engagement team. I'm actually serving with that team right now. And basically what we do is we put on all the fun events that happen on campus, like dances, carnivals, festivals. We are in charge of that, and it is just so much fun to be a part of. So if you want to be involved with that, please check us out.
Nice. And for me, my major is new here, so we've gotten a lot of cool opportunities in the digital communication and design major. Like, I'm the student worker in the marketing department, so I get to work on social media stuff and take what I'm learning in my classes and apply it to my job. So,
yeah,
it's really cool opportunities that we have here at Jessup. So,
yeah, let's go ahead and answer some more questions from you guys. This is from Braylee. She says, what are the dorms like? Are the bathrooms in each room?
So the dorms are so cool. Like, each RA, you'll have your own RA. When you walk in, they like decorate it how they want to. And so we don't have bathrooms in each room, but For the freshman dorms, they have 2 bathrooms on each side of the hall. There's about 15 or 16 freshmen in each dorm, and so you'll have about 3 stalls and 3 showers on each side of your dorm. So,
Wait, what's
really cool.
what's your theme like right now this
My
year?
theme, it's like plants. We have so many plants in there. It's so pretty though.
Well, mine's Star Wars, so.
It's not
It's a little bit better. Yeah, this one it is. But yeah, let's go back and send it to Jared and Maddie for some more opportunity.
Okay, you guys, so like I mentioned earlier, my job is to brag about the university, but I really do believe these things, so that is a plus. But we are the #2 best college out of the regional colleges in the West by U.S. News and World Report. Again, if you don't know what that is, ask your mom. But what that means is, you're probably wondering, how does that feed into our conversation about opportunity? And what that means is you're actually getting the opportunity to go to a school that is highly ranked, which means you're getting a quality education from an amazing school. So I also want to let you guys know that we do have another cool opportunity for you guys while you are a student here at Jessup, and it's the fact that we have no impacted programs here. So that means you get your classes, you get in and out as fast or as slow as you want to go, and your education can pretty much completely be yours because you don't have to get on silly things like waiting lists or anything like that. You're going to get in, you're going to graduate within a timely manner, and it's an amazing experience. You can start your career right off the bat. And speaking of careers, Jared, take it away.
So most all of our majors have one of 2 things. It is either an internship requirement or a mentorship requirement. And what that does is it gives you college credit towards your degree, but we're not going to lie about who we are and what our purpose is. In a lot of ways, we're a stepping stone for you to get your career started, to be successful when you graduate. And that's what success looks like to us, is that when you're done here, you are going to be a successful, exceptionally employable individual. And so with the internship, you're going to be connected with a company or an organization in the community within your line of work that you want to go into that hopefully matches your major. And you are going to get viable work experience to put on a resume, because as we know in today's society, it is just as hard to get a job if you have work experience and no degree as it is to get a job if you have a degree and no work experience. So we try to marry those 2 to help make you successful when you leave Jessup. And it has worked so far, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, I can attest to it. I was a student here at Jessup, and I did the internship. I did the, student worker thing here, and now I work full time for the university. So it's really set me up for success, in my current job and in every single job I'll have after this. So I really feel like Jessup prepared me well, and I'm kind of living proof of that.
Yeah.
But right now, we want to talk a little bit about one of our newest majors. Jared, do you want to explain a little bit what we're going to be watching?
Sure. Yeah. So to talk about opportunity, we want to give you an insight to one of our awesome new degrees. It is our digital communication and design degree. One of the reasons it is so awesome is because it is headed up by a great guy, Paul Robbins. He is an Emmy Award winner in media. He's a news anchor, radio host. He's got over 10 years of experience doing that, and he is taking this department to new heights. So we're going to give you a quick video. Check it out. Be sure to enjoy.
Also, no one else has seen this video. This is the first time you're seeing this video, so you should be honored. You really should. Let's roll it.
The digital world is changing so rapidly. It's going to be different the day our students graduate. And so the goal is to give them a base, to make them great communicators, to make them really good storytellers. And then when they leave, ready to tackle whatever technology is happening then.
I wanted to be a part of the digital communication major because I'd heard the high statistic of people who get jobs who come right out of this school. And then I knew that they would provide me with great career experience and opportunity. I had an experience in high school of doing play-by-play and color commentary. I'm able to continue that and take concepts that I've learned in class from the digital comm program and with people in the industry to show me more ways that I can improve it at my craft.
One of the things that really drew me about the digital communication program, we have a partnership with King's College in New York, and you're able to go there to fulfill your journalism requirement, and you get to work in different news outlets. And that really sold me. I was like, I'd be able to do what I am really, really interested in and also get that experience in going to school at the same time. One thing that I really love about Jessup is that they give you so many opportunities to be able to grow in the field that you're interested in. I've been able to help on the digital comms social media pages, so where I've been able to take photos for them, and also being able to have a job on campus alongside people who are wanting to help you grow and understand that this is what you want to do, so they're helping treat you like you would be in an actual work environment.
As a professor, I really want the students here to find their own voice and find the best way to express it. We want to create transformational leaders to redeem world culture. You can't do that if you cannot use the tools that speak to our culture today. That's what we teach.
Oh, okay. We'll finish it later. That was Renegade, but I'm still learning it, so we'll come back to the end with that. So yeah, let's look at some questions. This is from Alexis, and it says, what kind of food is served at Jessup? I'm gonna answer that one because, so what I love about Jessup is that there is all kinds of food that we have here. There is a static grill with like cheeseburgers and quesadillas, and then there's always pizza. Can never go wrong with pizza. And then they have this like global food station that has just a variety of foods like Mexican or I don't know, literally anything you can think of, they'll bring it to you, and it's just the greatest thing ever. I love it, and I eat there all the time. So, yes.
Yes, they also have really good dessert during dinner and ice cream 24/7. So, good question. Next question. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Is Hector a good driver?
Is Hector a good driver? Here's my definition of good. I'm still here. I still have my license. I may or may not have driven on the wrong side of the road once.
I definitely did that once too.
Or twice. I did it twice. I'm not gonna lie, I did it twice. But I am a good driver. Now I am. I learned.
He thinks at least.
Anyway, let's move on from that. So at this point, you might be asking, okay, how can I possibly afford Jessup? What scholarships are offered at Jessup? And with the long list of questions about finances, we're gonna give that over to our admissions counselors. But before we do that, we want to share some student experiences about the affordability at Jessup.
Financial aid options does Jessup offer for students like me to make private education affordable?
Jessup has many opportunities that fit each person individually, whether it be academic scholarships or if you attend one of their partner churches, or if like me, you were homeschooled and there's a homeschool scholarship. Or there are many program scholarships for whatever program you end up joining, whether it be for a major or a minor.
Jessup really personalizes every financial aid package for each student. For me specifically, I came from a different state, having gone to a private high school, and they really provided opportunities that address those specific aspects of my life and provided me with financial aid that honored the opportunities that I had had.
I came from a single parent household, and I was terrified about figuring out what we were going to do when we came. But Jessup has definitely allowed a lot of access to resources and definitely given me a great financial aid package that has made being here not stressful and being here possible.
How was the financial aid process for you?
For me, the financial aid process was super simple. My admissions counselor, my financial aid advisors were all just super helpful to me and made it as easy as possible.
It was super easy and personable. My financial aid counselor and my admissions counselor made it super easy for any questions that myself or my parents had, especially as a first-time student.
I would say, like many other Jessup students, the financial aid process was really simple and easy for me. I was provided with a lot of resources that helped me through that process, as well as having a financial aid counselor and an admissions counselor by my side to answer any questions that I might have had and to really make sure that I felt comfortable through the whole process.
As a student leader here at Jessup, I've been provided with aid, which allows me to continue my leadership opportunities while continuing to get a great education.
Okay, you guys, well, that was great. I love that our students are able to speak into, how affordable Jessup really was for them. But we had a couple questions come in about, Jessup and financial aid and what your options are in order to pay for schooling. So one of the questions that was asked was, maybe my family makes too much to be eligible for the FAFSA. Is it still worth submitting one? What's the point? Jared, do you want to answer that question?
Right, yeah. So we get this question all the time. Students students who are coming from a middle class background who are just above the grant level and they say, look, I don't want to fill this out. I don't need to fill this out. I'm not eligible. Well, we always encourage you to do it anyway. So Jessup has some need-based aid that is on a scale, anywhere from 1,000 to 13,000 for one grant, or X amount to X amount for others. If you don't fill out a FAFSA, the most you're going to be eligible for on those grants is the minimum. So even if you are millionaires, you can still be eligible for more than the minimum in institutional aid from Jessup. So we highly encourage that you still fill one out. Next question, what scholarships am I as a first-time student eligible for? Maddie, take it away.
So for first-time freshmen, there are two major ways that we award you. We'll give you a cumulative GPA award and a test score award. Transfers, you'll get a cumulative GPA award. Obviously, we're not evaluating you on your SATs because it's probably been a while since you've been in high school. But I don't want to bore you too much with numbers and talk of all this stuff. If you have questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat. Otherwise, you can go to jessup.edu/affordability to check out what our scholarship opportunities are and where you can find some additional scholarship resources for you. Last question. I'm nervous about having too much debt after college. How can Jessup help me with that? I'm so glad you asked. Jared has an amazing answer for this question.
Yeah, so obviously, like we had mentioned all throughout this, our entire goal here is to prepare you for when you leave Jessup, that you can get into the job force, make a good amount of money, be able to not have to worry about that if you do have student loan debt. Now, one of the really cool things about Jessup, and you're not going to find this very often, is our students, on average, graduate with almost a quarter less in student loan debt than a college kid anywhere else in America. So how cool is that we are doing everything that we can in financial aid to work with you, the student, on an individual, personal basis to make sure that you are not going to be burdened by finances once you graduate. So again, almost a quarter less in student loan debt than the national average. That is something that just can't be beat. But for right now, that's it for us on the affordability side. We're going to kick it back over to our awesome student hosts. Go ahead, guys.
Yes, so this is our last Q&A stop, but that doesn't mean that you can't ask any more questions. You can ask more later. So our first question is, can you accommodate food allergies? Yes. So the CAF is very good about providing different dietary meals for different people. So yes, that's a good question.
I didn't know that actually. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, they do.
All right, let's go to our next question. This one is from Shay, and she says, can we bring our cars?
Yes, definitely. You can bring your cars. We have a parking lot. You can park it there. Yeah, I know. I have my car there. Hector has his.
My car.
But he drives on the wrong side of the road sometimes. So
why you gotta expose me like that? It's funny when I say it, but when you say it, it's kind of personal.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sarah is asking, what is chapel like?
Okay, I can answer this one. So I love chapel. We have chapel 3 times a week, Monday night and then Wednesday and Friday mornings. And basically the run of chapel is you come in, we have worship, we have a word, and then you can go back to whatever you're doing. And what I love about it is that there's so many opportunities to serve at chapel. So if you want to help set up, if you want to be part of the welcome team or the takedown crew, whatever you want to do, they will find a place for you to serve. And that's what I absolutely love. I mean, I'm also in the welcome team, so maybe I'll see you there.
Yes, but also chapel is really cool because they bring in other guest speakers. Some of your professors come in and speak on different things. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
A good variety of messages.
And our next question is, how many students at Jessup have a personal relationship with Christ?
Good question. So we're going to let Maddie and Jared take that question.
Hey guys, 67.85%. Back to you. I'm just kidding.
What?
No. So this is a great question. We actually don't have a specific stat for that because I am not the judge of anybody's heart or character.
For sure.
One cool thing about Jessup is that, yes, we are a Christ-centered education. That is the root of who we are. It is how we live out our lives. However, you do not need to be a Christian in order to attend Jessup. So I hope that answers that question for you guys. Our whole goal is to teach you how to think, not what to think. But we're going to live out who we are in Christ with Christ-centered higher education and we're going to present that, but we're not going to indoctrinate that. I hope that's a fair way to say that. But so that's where we are with that. But we do have a few other questions. Maddie, what are the requirements to get into Jessup?
Great question. So one unique thing about Jessup is we like to evaluate you for admissions on an individualized basis. So we're not just trying to look for this cookie cutter person to join our programs. We really want to get to know who you are as a person, as a student. And so we do evaluate you based on, for first-time freshmen, we look at your GPA, we look at your SAT or ACT scores. For transfers, we're only looking at your cumulative college GPA. But don't worry too much about those because we really want to evaluate you on an individualized basis. I think our office is probably one of the most relational offices on campus, and we love to get to know you for who you are and evaluate you based on that as well. So hopefully that answered your question. But yeah, we do look at GPA, test scores, all that kind of stuff, but we also look at who you are.
Could not agree more. So one of the questions that we have that actually is going to pertain to the SAT side is one of our students asked, what if we can't take the SAT with everything going on right now? As you may know, at least in California, and I know probably across the nation, the SAT dates for March, April, May, I believe even, have been canceled, right? So that what we're encouraging our students to do is to register for the next available test date. That is in June. We are working actively to figure out a solution if the government decides to cancel these going forward. Do we have an answer for you specifically yet? No. Will we? Yes. But again, everything with this situation is fluid. As of 2 weeks ago, it was business as usual. Today, it is absolutely not. So we're going to work with you on an individual basis. We want to make sure that no matter what happens with the SAT or the ACT, we're serving you as best as we possibly can. Next question, and I'm going to kick this one to you. Do we have endowed scholarships?
We absolutely have endowed scholarships. I always tell my students that are coming in, don't get too hung up on the financial aid stuff because your second year here could look a little bit different because of those endowed scholarships. So in the spring of your first year or whenever you start here, you can apply for those endowed scholarships and you might be awarded a pretty hefty amount to help float you for the rest of your time here.
Okay, another question that we have received. How would AP exams benefit at Jessup? Guys, this is a great question. So a lot of high school students will take AP courses while they're at their school. Obviously, the exam part of it is important. So Jessup does accept a certain amount of AP credits. What you need to do is take the test for the class that you're in and score a 3 or higher in order to get credits towards your degree here at Jessup. If you want a full list of that, reach out to us in the admissions department. We have a list of AP courses that come in with the test and how many units you can get with those, and we would love to share that.
Okay, last question is how many people to a dorm room? Typically 2. You can have, up to 3, but the standard is 2 people.
You can actually have up to 4.
Up to 4.
Yes. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So to give you a little more context, the normal is 2. Triples and quads. Triples are 3 people and the size of a 2-person dorm, so it's a little more crammed. Quads actually have bigger rooms and they're pretty cool, but it is still 4 people. But the way I look at that is more friends, even though I'm an introvert, and that probably sounds like a lie coming from me.
It's true. It's true.
But that's it for us. Okay, back to our student host, Hector, Alyssa, go for it.
Yes, so we have so many more questions that haven't been answered, but if you need some more questions answered or think of any others, you can email admissions@jessup.edu. Oh, what is that?
Yes, guys, we want to thank you so much for joining us, and we understand with all of the COVID-19 going on around, we encourage you guys to please stay safe, stay healthy, do whatever you can. Do you want some hand sanitizer?
I actually have my own.
Oh, okay, cool.
Safety first.
Yes. So, again, we want to thank you guys for just joining us live. One thing that we did want to mention that we did decide to waive the $45 fee. So all you have to do, that extends through the weekend, okay? All you have to do is go to jessup.edu/apply and then use this code preview day. And then you can submit your application for free.
So we just want to thank you guys so much. I don't know, it's been a crazy week just putting this all together last minute. We want to thank the small crew that we have being a part of this and all of us here. So thank you guys for tuning in. We want to stay in contact with you guys. So you guys can follow our social medias. Our Instagram is Jessup Admissions. Our Twitter is Jessup Admission. And we have Zeme, which is a really cool app where you can see some student ambassadors that go here. And they do lives and Q&As. And you can even meet some friends there. I'm sure you guys are in some chats there. So that's really cool as well. So we're looking forward to see you guys soon, hopefully on an on-ground preview day whenever we're able to do that. But until then, we want you guys to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed.
All right. See you guys.
Thank you
Thanks.
guys.